Hey there, friends. Jeff from Bygone Classics with our customers 2020 ATC two-vehicle stacker hauler that we're advertising for sale. What we're going to do in this video is go through a bit of an interior walk around as well as get you some key dimensions. Let's go ahead and let's start with the dimensions. So from the back door here to this portion of the cabinets that sticks out is 22 feet and about 2 inches. So figure you have 22 feet of overall length that you can work with, on bringing a car in on the first level. Distance between the fenders is 80.5 inches with an overall width of 97 inches. Ceiling height from the floor to the tallest portion of the ceiling, and that tallest portion again coincides with the distance between the fenders, so that'll give you 80.5 inches there at that tallest point. That ceiling height is 11 feet 4 inches. The platform, so the lift platform itself, not including the ramp here, but the lift itself, the platform is 14 feet long and it's 79 inches wide. Again, we have 80.5 inches between the fenders, so that gets you another, 3/4 of an inch on each side of clearance for that lift. Let's take a look at the cabinets up in front. So cabinet depth here is 24 inches. Again, going to be 97 inches wide. And then there's this portion here that L's out, and that's an additional 21 inches here. So we have just under 4 feet of usable space here on this end portion. Notice in the interior you have ample lighting. It's very, very bright. I've been out here in the dark, and you easily could load and unload vehicles when it's dark with the usable lighting that's available. Let's go ahead and get you a shot again. Up above, again, you can see ample ceiling lights as well. Notice you have your hatch here on the driver's side, which is incredibly helpful. Let me go ahead and get you a length for that, but again, it should be helpful for any size vehicle that you put in, but let me grab a quick length there for you. All right, that hatch here is 10.5 feet long, and overall height again, interior dimensions. So overall height, figure, the hinged portion there is going to be approximately 70 inches tall. Outlets in the front and the rear. I believe this is for the remote control to operate the lift remotely from outside the vehicle. Light switches there for you. Notice the rear platform is long, has an additional flip down ramp. Now this particular one is a cabled door, okay? This should be adequate for almost any vehicle. However, if you do need to bring a very, very low clearance vehicle on here, you can use race ramps like the ones here to hook underneath the platform, and that again decreases the angle even further for super low clearance vehicles. I use these ramps on my tilt trailer with tons of success as well. Let's get some other dimensions here. A couple folks were asking about from where the lift ends, to the front. So if that lift is in the bottom position, how much room do you have on the floor here? And that's approximately 63 inches here on the floor from the front of the platform of the lift to this cabinet. Now keep in mind, the cabinet comes out 21 inches over on this side. So for this 28 inches, you'll be at 42 inches from here to the front of the lift. Again, you have the ladder there and things like that, but I imagine some folks are wondering, hey, could we get a motorcycle parked maybe on an angle? Could we get a cart in here? Things of that sort. And again, I think the answer is yes. Again, from the front of the lift to the back of the ladder, and then so add another 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, so it gives you probably about 41 inches or so in front of where those cabinets jettison out. Again, tons and tons of room in here, secure storage for additional parts, and just things that you would need whether you're racing or heading to a national type of show and things of that sort. Let's go ahead and let's go up into the attic and kind of get you a perspective from that area. Okay, just going to film from up here again. Gets you a visual. You have your D-rings, and then you have your additional strap downs. I don't know what the name of that style hold down is, but again, that runs the length of the 14-foot platform. And then you do have this additional area up in front for storage, and then this hinges down if you don't need to access the attic. You can go ahead and flip that platform down to increase the amount of storage then in front of the vehicle that's parked up on top. Again, really thoughtful design. It does not surprise me. ATC is known as a leader in this industry. They make incredibly high quality trailers. Usable distance here between the side door is 45 inches. So again, if you need to set up some ramps from this side and bring another UTV in or a motorcycle, it allows for that level of space too. I don't know if I talked about this. So underneath the attic, so from this portion of the ceiling down to the floor is 80 inches. So I'm 6'4", 6'4.5", and there's plenty of room under me as well. Additional remote connections up in front here. Again, 6,000 pound capacity on the lift, 12,400 pounds of cargo capacity for the trailer. I'd have to look this up. You'll have it in the stickers. And I want to say the overall gross vehicle weight rating on this trailer is just a click over 19,000 pounds. So the trailer dry is just over 7,000 pounds. As always, ladies and gents, if you do have any questions, in addition, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm Jeff from Bygone Classics, and again, here helping a trusted customer sell this 2020 ATC stacker trailer. 26 feet is the length of the box on the outside. Tongue to the rear is 31 feet of total length. Tri-axles, those are 7,000 pound axles on here as well. So 7,000 pounds each. Let's wrap up the interior. Just note too, we have a couple dings on some fenders. Notice here I see just a little bit of a dent there on that one. And that's about it, just little scrapes, from things being strapped and stuff that way. But it's an absolutely wonderful unit. Take care. Thank you.